Check it out. Never knew a friend till I met.
I'm coming home. New York City, baby. I'll be honest, I'm pretty excited. Mama, Pops, and Cece, yeah, they're gonna be there. Playing in front of them in an NBA uniform for the first time is gonna be a special moment for me. Now, I know all of Harlem's gonna be watching. No pressure, right? It's all good, though. I've been waiting for this my entire life. And I'll be ready.
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the Toronto Raptors come into town for this one. We're happy to have you with us for 2K Sports. For Lopez, Thomas Robinson comes in for Thaddeus Young. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Donald Sloan subbed in for Jarrett Jack. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Scola comes in for Patrick Patterson. Baker, he's checked in for Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Kyle Lowry. So the Raptors 5 right now. Baker, he's in at 3. Bismack Biyombo is out there with Scola. Then it's Corey Joseph. And it's DeRozan in at the 2. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Those are chances. Almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Nets passing it around. A shot by Sims, no good.
Usually if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
So they take the lead. DeRozan's got his first points of the night.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
time to show you some of the league's most disruptive defenders over the past month, the steal leaders at the small forward. And you look at Hollis Jefferson. Opposing teams always need to know where he is on the court.
And this is the set of guys that can do as much or more damage with their defense as they can with their offense. They know how to swoop in for a steal from anywhere on the floor.
It'd be nice to find a steals chart to see where they're getting all their pilfers from. And these are small forwards, though, who play 94 feet of defense.
In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Kilpatrick. Finished off the break. Kilpatrick's got 8 points.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
To the inside. Combo dishes to Freak. A three-pointer is right on target. And the Raptors lead by 3.
A good open look, and he splashes home the 3. You know, Dwayne Casey was once a player at Kentucky, took me and hosted me on my recruiting visit at Kentucky back in 1979. Actually got his coaching start at the school as well.
As we were talking about Coach Dwayne Casey, he's found his place in Toronto, took them break to back-to-back postseason appearances.
And, you know, it's good to see him finally establishing himself as a head coach. Really known as a defensive specialist, but once he gets in charge of a team, he'll have them focused on defense and really stresses that in every practice.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Brooklyn. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup. Their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris. So defense, it looks like, coming first for them today.
That's their identity. That's what they're all about. Their defense is really what sparks them.
And that has to be their spark if they're going to be successful. I mean, everything for them starts at the defensive end of the floor.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Sims. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Robinson passes to Sloan. And a big bounce on the rim, but it sinks right in.
Toronto with the timeout.
You know, the last few weeks, you see how Brooklyn stacks up.
It's just simple, guys. No rebounds. No rebounds.
Top 10 getting into the passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And they've been strong in the rebounding department, up in the top 10, and it's just not one guy. Really, it's been about the entire group collectively.
And Toronto making a change here. Carroll's checked in. Freak kicks to Joseph. Screen by Scola. Joseph with the ball. Robinson picks him up. The 19-foot shot. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. Absolutely stone cold at the line thus far.
And they need every point they can muster right now. They've got to cash in here.
Taking 2 shots.
He doesn't get the second one.
And here in the early going, missed free throws starting to become the storyline.
Yeah, and as a coaching staff, you feel helpless here. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. You just hope they snap out of the rut.
Screen by Scola. Carroll kicks to Joseph. Pass to Baker. Trying to find Scola. He's got it now. And he gets the bucket. Scola's got his first 2 points of the night. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Toronto.
Well, you have to admire their intensity in the paint defensively. I mean, really contesting and even blocking shots. Definitely a factor early.
And the intensity is carried over into their ability to get out in passing lanes and really be disruptive in terms of their opponent's offense.
That's his second.
The Nets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
At the line for your Nets, Donald Sloan. 2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he ends up missing both free throws.
And for Luis Scola, a very different role for him over the last 2 years. I mean, he was a starter for most of his career, then signed with Indiana, who had David West at the 4. Off the bench, though, Scola still played efficiently, but he was just used to putting up much bigger numbers for other teams.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has. defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passes.
That's good. He has been fantastic this quarter, guys. It's just the kind of effort they need if they're going to continue to trim the lead.
Screen by Scola. Shoots from the line. Bounces high off the rim and drops. And it's 8 points for Freak. And we reach the end of the first. We got a chance to hear from DeMar DeRozan talking about his team's impressive play of late.
We all just playing together. You know, that's the biggest thing. Moving the ball, playing together.
And DeMar is definitely a guy, Greg, that knows how to infuse that chemistry and teamwork. He's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Freak comes in for Damari Carroll. And it's DeRozan in for Kyle Lowry. So for Toronto right now, Bake in at small forward. Corey Joseph is out there with DeRozan. And there's Bismack Biyombo. And it's Scola in at the 4 spot. Here's Joseph. That one dropped for his second bucket. Mark him 2 for 4.
Almost uncontested. I mean, it's nice to be able to add to the lead without having to really work for it.
To the middle. Here's Sloan. Here's Sims. Makes it off the glass.
He's the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
The steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Bogdanovich, no luck. Raptors leading by 14. And finished off by DeRozan.
Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Not going to get much easier than that, Greg. Simple.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin. I really like the fact that he's getting the touches he needs here after not scoring a single point in that first quarter.
Freak with it. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Cleveland. Screen by Scola. Just 5 on the clock. He took good advantage of that screen. That's 10 points for Freak.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
And Greg, you know nothing makes a coach happier than selflessness on the basketball court.
Scola against Robinson. Joseph dishes to Freak. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Here's Bogdanovich. Here's Sims. And good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points. Sims has got 4 points of kicks to Freak. Biyombo, the pass to Joseph. Here's Scola. And another basket for Toronto.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
Here's Sloan. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Fires from the wing. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
Check out these handles. That's rush hour handle. Not midday, not early morning. That's rush hour handle. That nasty spin just froze the defender.
Scola dishes to Freak. Now here's Joseph. He has 5. 3-pointer. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Lets it go with the 3. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Freak's got his 3rd rebound tonight. Picked off in midair. The feed to Sloan. 1:11 left now here in the second. Sims. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Freak's got 4 rebounds in this game. And it's Joseph in the corner. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Pass to Freak. 6 on the shot clock. Toronto needs to get off a shot. Goes up on the wing. Shot is no good. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. This game against Toronto here, it's their first look at the Raptors.
Yeah, and the season series between these two, 4 games in all, starting tonight. A chance to stake out an advantage in the division.
Yeah, I agree with you, Greg. That's always valuable. Not just a win, but seeding advantages down the line. I'm looking forward to this.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
He feeds it to DeRozan. Freak kicks to Scola. Gets an open look and hits. Scola's got 4 points this quarter.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Raptor. Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters.
Been a stellar outing in this one for Freak. 13 points, and from downtown, he's buried 3 3-pointers.
Jefferson's checked in for Brooklyn. A new group in now for the Raptors. Biyombo is checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. Mycareer comes in for Patrick Patterson. Baker, he's checked in for Terrence Ross. And Corey Joseph subbed in for DeMar DeRozan. Brook Lopez is out there with Young. Then it's Jarrett Jack. And it's Hollis Jefferson in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the next 5.
Well, he certainly isn't the one to blame for them being in the hole. He's been on the money with his game.
Baker passes to Carroll. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. And before you now are the rookies on a roll. The hottest shooters in the last 10 games. Freak number 1. Biyombo down low. Lopez covering. Joseph dishes to Freak. Here's Carroll. Makes it off the glass. Carroll's got his second bucket of the night.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Cavaliers got the job done. He had 12 points, and he was on target the whole contest. Very few misses from him all night. He couldn't have shot the ball much better as he came very close to having a flawless shooting performance when it was all said and done. A pretty good night, Kevin.
Doris, thank you. Well, guys, he made play after play in that game.
Let's see if he can keep it going tonight. I say he does. I'll bet he goes off again.
That's a pretty bold prediction there. I mean, he's going to have to be very, very strong to even come close to dittoing that performance.
Jack passes to Hollis Jefferson. There's a screen by Robinson. And Sloan kicks to Jack. And out of bounds as Toronto gains possession.
All right, a moment to check out stats for Joseph. How his last 10 games have gone. He's right around 5 points a night, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And he has been passing the ball like a virtuoso. That's what really stands out about his recent performance.
Hey, every train needs a conductor, man. He unifies his teammates, sets the tempo, and they make some sweet, sweet music.
Henry Sims is checked in for Brooklyn. And he hits it and gets hacked down the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
Back to Jack. To the middle. It's tipped. Robinson a screen on Lowry. Here's Sloan. And it comes off the front of the rim. Raptors leading by 22. Lowry drives in. And it's Sloan with the rebound.
And for Kyle Lowry, last season was full of milestones. First, he signs the big contract extension for 4 years. Then he earns his first ever All-Star selection. Unfortunately, didn't finish as strong with the postseason, but a terrific year.
The shot by Sims, no good. For Toronto, they've gone at a pretty good shooting pace. They're 6 of 13 from the field here in the third. Joseph dishes to Freak. He kicks to Biombo. A three ball. Lowry can't get that one to fall. And on the topic of Lowry, he became only the third Toronto Raptor ever, Clark, to be voted into the All-Star game.
Yeah, you know, Bosch and Vinsanity, the other two. Lowry also participated in the All-Star Weekend Skills Challenge. Man, he's been outstanding as a point guard.
And a tenacious leader for the Raptors.
You know, he might be small for a center, but it doesn't really matter because he can jump out of the building.
We've got 1:48 left to play here. The third. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
And Jack, here we go. Kept alive. Passes it to Sloan. Here's Sims, covered by Biombo. Sims kicks to Sloan. And stolen by Kyle Lowry. It's tipped. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. And Mycareer is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal substitution on the court.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. So the Raptors 5 right now. Baker in at the 3. DeRozan out there with Wright. Then it's Scola. And it's Thompson in at the 5 spot. Clock at 6. DeRozan passes to Baker. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Sloan dishes to Lopez. And he uses the glass on the layup.
Pretty passing. Timely recognition as to where the open man was.
Freak kicks to DeRozan. To the paint. Here's Baker. Buries it from about 10 feet away.
Assisted.
Freak's got 4 this quarter.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Here's Kilpatrick. Feeds to Sloan. Young, a screen on Wright. Dishes it to Lopez. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
Well, I like what they're doing inside here in the second half. I mean, they're still trailing, but they're showing a lot of grit down low in the paint.
Wayne Ellington's checked in for Brooklyn. Larkin comes in for Donald Sloan. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
So far, they've turned in a fantastic performance from the three-point line. It's been a weapon all game.
Yeah, but they also never seem to get cold from mid-range. Just kept hitting those shots with consistency.
Shoots a
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Quando eu me vi só nesse lugar, eu pensei que preciso sair pra me libertar.
Jump from SoCal, Hollywood to the Bronx. Get burnt by the California sun on the west side. East Coast, where you at? Just got to New York like a net on a jet to London.